G'day everyone, welcome to another video for Old Rigs Down Under. Happy New Year. I hope it's been a good one so far, and I hope there's lots more of it to come for everyone in whatever you're doing. Today, just a short video on putting the door panel back on the left hand side of a B61. I've replaced the Bailey channel around there. I've just used stuff off an R model because it's a bit more accessible. I've fitted a new door glass to the regulator panel, window glass I should say. I'll show you that in a second when I get to it. Yeah, so we're just about ready to refit it. Just these door handles are a little bit different to an R model, and they just go straight into the latch mechanism. So I'll just give that a little bit of a clean up. Just take some of that rust and scale off it, and just put a little bit of grease on it for when it goes in. It just locates in a square hole in the latch. So it's, yeah, this side here, the door wouldn't open on it, and it's just because it's been sitting around for a long time. The latch itself was just a bit sticky, and a couple of the components on the inside of it were rusty. You can see that it's had grease or something on it a long time ago. But yeah, just over the years it's gathered dust and made it sticky and stiff. So rightio, so just giving that a little bit of a clean up on there, smooth that off a bit. We'll just put a bit of grease on that, ready to go. It only actually fits into a working mechanism. It's not the actual pivot point or anything itself, so it doesn't need grease, but it helps. Everything goes better with the lube, we all know that. So. Rightio, I'll just grab this door panel. I've just had to sit it in the shade here. It's just a little bit warm here today, so. Rightio. So as you can possibly see there, new door glass, and let's put some new channel in here as well. Greased up these mechanisms on here, these slides, and the window regulator. So the main thing is with these, you want to make sure. Probably not so bad with a B model, but certainly with an R model, same principle. Your whole panel comes out, like your glass and regulator and everything comes out together. So with these and the R model, you want to make sure your window's all the way down. It's pretty important with getting them out of the truck too, or out of the door, particularly a passenger side. You know, where the window's not going down all the time, it can get very stiff in the bottom of it. And yeah, if your window doesn't go all the way down, it won't clear this section on your door. So that's the main thing when you're pulling one apart. So on the R model and the B model, you undo your base screws on the end of the door panel here, which hold your latch in place. There's a panel here, which is your inner window panel, right? It's the same concept on the B model and the R model, just a slightly different shape. But you take that out, you pop it out, you undo these perimeter screws around here, which obviously hold your main door panel into place. There's a little piece, a round piece on the earlier B models and the earlier R models that sits under the window on the door. You can take that out too. That helps the window go down a bit lower. You take your door handle out on a B model, and your lock as well. So anyway, we'll just do a little bit of a reverse procedure on that because I didn't do a video of taking it apart. I was in a bit of a hurry. So anyway, theoretically, because this window is all the way down, it's got new channels and new glass, it should just fall in, ha. So we'll wait and see. Now the other thing with these, on that door latch there, you just got to the shape in the end of the door is cut out for that triangular piece, so you just want to, as you're getting close to sitting it into place, just compress that latch up a little bit so it fits through. But anyway, start with the bottom first. Go in. So now I said, like at the end of the door, get a screwdriver or something small to bring that latch through, and that's basically in place there. So we'll just set a couple of screws in initially, just so the panel doesn't want to flex, and we'll give it a bit of a check over. So yeah, this certainly isn't not a restoration or anything like that. It's just a slight freshen up, and just trying to make the thing a little bit better than what it was. Yeah, it would be nice to go right through the door and blast and paint and do all those things, but yeah, it's not going to happen this time round. Not for me, but if someone does want to buy this truck, it will be for sale, and so yeah, you can come and buy it and do all those things to it yourself. But yeah, anyway, it'll just go back to him a little bit nicer in the cabin, a little bit cleaner, and if it does get stored outside, well, at least it can keep the weather out. So, righto. And there we go, window up. Didn't have any functioning windows before, so I'll just keep that up there for a little bit, just to help glue that rubber in there. I won't do what I did before on the other side and close the thing without putting the outside door handle in. That wasn't overly clever, but it didn't matter too much because I could still get in through this side. But yeah, there's always a little trick or a catch to everything, there's no doubt about it. Yeah, generally speaking, if you can get that window to come down far enough, yeah, you'll be able to get that panel out. Like initially, once you've got all your, on the way out, you get all your perimeter screws out, and your door latch screws out, your door handle and your lock from the outside. Then it's in a position where this panel will just swivel. It'll be loose in place a little bit. So you get it forward slightly, because you've got to come forward probably an inch or so for this door latch to clear the pillar on the door. Like I say, you've got to hold the locking mechanism up, or the catching mechanism up, just to fit through the slot in the end of the door. But once you've got it through there, you can sort of manoeuvre it out. Like I say, an R model with a squarer window, and probably a taller window as well, is probably a little bit more critical in that area to make sure the window's all the way down. But yeah, look, generally speaking, they're pretty similar, and yeah, as long as you've got a little bit of an idea when you go into it, they're not too difficult. You do get some that test you. Sometimes you'll have a window mechanism fail, and it'll drop one of the pieces of the regulator might drop down in underneath, and it can't get out, or it might be jammed in behind a door latch or something. But yeah, generally speaking, if you're just trying to take the panel out, if you just undo your perimeter screws only, your lock and your outside, you can generally move them. Where a lot of people with A models and B models make mistakes, if they don't know the door panel, they'll start undoing all these screws here, thinking that it probably just comes out over the top of the window regulator. You know, not the case, obviously. So yeah, so that's basically how you put one back together. It really, yeah, like I say, there's a few things on there that can catch you, but generally speaking, that procedure will help you get one removed and also fitted back in. So this piece here, it might just want a little bit of panel beating on this one, and I might not hang around for a video and do that, but otherwise they just sort of fit into place. They clip in like that. Like I say, I just want to go through and clean it up a bit more first, but yeah, otherwise that'll just fit in. You've got half a dozen countersunk screws that fit through those holes there, and usually it's a bit of a guessing game to try and get them to line up, but yeah, otherwise you get that back together and that's basically your door. So that thing's winding all the way down now. As most of you, I guess, would probably already know, with these old things, if you've got one that's a bit tight, you should always help it down with your hand. You know, that's probably true for any old vehicle. Most of these glasses are only just held on to the steel channel at the bottom on the window regulator with a piece of rubber. So you turn the window upside down on its edge, and then the steel runner just fits over the top of it, and the only thing that holds it is a piece of sticky rubber. So if you've got a really tight window in the channel, whether your channel's a bit rusted and collapsed, or it's just dirty and full of rubbish and it's just really tight to go down, you're sitting here on your window winder handle just bloody, you know, really straining to get it down. Well, sooner or later your glass will stay there and your channel will just pull out from underneath it. So if you do have a tight one, always just bring it down like that. Like I say, most old vehicles would be like that, I would imagine. Probably even the newer ones. I mean, I know with the CH and the Ultraliner, that piece is still held to the glass in the same way. And I guess probably most manufacturers, up until a certain point, would be the same, because it's probably easier and cheaper to replace the glass if it hasn't got holes in it to retain a steel runner at the end of it. So yeah, that's just a little bit of a common sense one for all old vehicles. But like I say, a lot of you probably already know that because you deal with these things from time to time, or day in, day out, whatever it might be. But anyway, that'll about do for this video. We'll put that up there a little bit and clean that bloke up there, and like I say, we're just about ready to go. We'll put this outside door handle in, which we'll put a little bit of grease onto, and yeah, we should be pretty right to go. Anyway, there'll be a couple more videos about this one, probably one when I just get it finished off and give it a bit of a clean up. We'll take it for a run around the yard or do something like that. But thanks for watching, and yeah, please like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The videos will be a bit more frequent with a bit of luck this year, and the quality of videoing will get better as well. So, but yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully this might give you a couple of hints if you've got to attack something similar. Yeah, if you've got any questions at all, please comment. If you've got any advice at all, please comment. I'm open to both, and yeah, always willing to help and always willing to take on information as well. So thanks guys, good on you. Have a good day.